Hi, Indy, Annie. Listen, yes, you can find out anything in your natal chart practically. I mean, if it's for self help, yes. That's why the first thing you do when you look at your natal chart is you got to understand what are these little glyphs? What are these symbols of? And the most potent symbols are the planets, not the signs. So the action figures are the planets. The signs is what they're wearing, what their character is. Are they policemen? Are they housewives? Are they Superman? Are they feminine? Are they masculine? Things like that. Okay. So uh, the action figure is the planet, and the sign is how they behave. So you said that the moon is your chart ruler. So I'm assuming then that your ascendant, which is based on your time of birth, and sometimes it could be off because when we count in astrology, it's 0 to 29 degrees and 59 minutes. When the next minute will put you not at 30 degrees, but at 0 degrees of the next sign. And that's how we count in astrology. Now, your ascendant will move 1 degree per 4 minutes. So every 4 minutes, your ascendant will change and your descendant will change by 1 degree. And the rest of the houses too, they'll move a little bit. So if your ascendant is in the beginning of a sign or towards the end of a sign, I always warn my clients, look, there's a possibility that this could be off the whole uh, procession of the chart house lineup. So, assuming that everything is precise and you're a Cancer rising, right? That means that your ruling planet is the moon. So that means everything you do in this life, your whole personality revolves around sensitivity, nurturing, and caring. So that's the type of person that you are. Now, you mentioned something about grace. Grace is, well, there's a spiritual grace which comes from the Creator, from God, the grace of God. That's spiritual. But if you want to be graceful on your feet, then if you have a lot of earth, you might not be so graceful because earth sign people are heavy stepped. They kind of thump thump thump, you know, they can be if their earth signs are in prominent points or they're on the angles. So, the first thing you're going to do when you look at your chart is you have to know what these symbols mean and then learn the planets. So, the planets are doing something. The moon is how you uh, are motivated, how you feel, your feelings, right? And the sun is what you desire. And then we go, how you think is Mercury. So that's what you want to learn first. If you're interested, you guys, in the upcoming course in June 1st through July 3rd, it's a 10 class uh, course, and you'll learn everything you need to know about reading a natal chart. You could check that out on my website with the description and everything. You get cheat sheets, the whole works. If you're not interested in that, that's fine. So it's fun to learn astrology with an astrologer. Trying to read these books and trying to figure it out. I did that in the old days, when they didn't have astrology schools or classes. You just had to read the books. Um, and we're in a much different place, in a much better place. So the chart will show you where you have the most grace. So remember that fire and water are, the fire is very light, and so is the air, those elements of a sign. Okay, they're light. Water is fluid. Okay, but that's a start. But if you want to be more graceful, then do it. Hire people to help you be more graceful. Take a class, for your posture and being light on your feet. Anything is possible. You have free will. Your free will always override the chart. Okay? Put in the comments what you're thinking. And that was a great question, Indie Annie. Thank you so much. All my best.